Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talking Terror. I'm your host, Daniel Aston. Now, as we talked about before with the black eyed children, that some of the scariest things out there are is what is seemingly the most innocent. And what's more innocent than a child's toy? Over the next 5 episodes, I am going to be talking about haunted dolls. This isn't a ranking, it is just a list. I'm not going off of my favorite haunted doll to least favorite, most haunted to least haunted. This is just a list of 5 haunted dolls. With that being said, I think I'm going to start with what is probably the most popular and most well-known haunted doll out there, and that is the doll Annabelle. Annabelle is best known for its appearance in the movies from the Conjuring universe. Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, and Annabelle Comes Home. In the movies, Annabelle was a porcelain doll, but the real life Annabelle doll was a Raggedy Ann doll with red yarn for hair, floppy limbs, and a simple fabric face. An unassuming doll, just as plain looking as it is nefarious. Annabelle's story starts in 1970 when the mother of a nursing student named Donna bought her a Raggedy Ann doll for her 28th birthday. Donna and her roommate Angie would move the doll around their apartment to try and tease each other. The jokes got stale after a while, so the girls stopped with the pranks. Annabelle, however, was not through with the games. The moves were subtle at first, like shifting its position on the bed that Donna kept the doll in. After a while, the movements weren't as subtle. Annabelle would end up in a different room than originally left, even in Donna's room on her bed with the door to the room closed. The doll was once found with its arms and legs crossed. Another time, Annabelle was found standing on its flimsy legs leaning up against a chair. One time, Donna and Angie found the doll kneeling on a chair. The two tried to recreate the doll kneeling, but with no success. Other odd happenings around the doll are notes that would appear saying things like, "Help us," or "Help Lou." Lou was Angie's fiance who had started staying with the young ladies. Another thing that happened was that Lou woke up one night and couldn't move. Annabelle was sitting at Lou's feet. The doll slowly slid up Lou and started to strangle him until he passed out. The next morning, Lou dismissed it as a dream. It is worth noting that Lou was not a fan of Annabelle and told Donna the doll was evil and that she needed to get rid of it. Another time, Angie and Lou were studying maps for a trip that Lou was taking. All of a sudden, rustling sounds started to come from Donna's room. Lou went to investigate, and when he entered the room, Lou saw Annabelle laying in the corner. Suddenly, there was a feeling that someone was behind Lou. When he turned around, there was no one there, but Lou's chest started to feel like it was burning. The burning sensation was the scratches forming on Lou's chest. 7 of them, 4 horizontal and 3 vertical. One day, Donna came home to find what looked like blood on the back of the doll's hand and on its chest. After the red substance was found on the doll, the trio brought in a medium to perform a seance. Here, there are 2 versions of the story. The medium introduced the young ladies to what she claimed was a spirit of a young girl that either A was 7 and died playing in the pasture that was where the apartment stood, or B was 6 and died in a car accident outside the apartment. Either way, Donna and Angie permitted Annabelle to stay with them by possessing the doll. This was a bad idea. Go figure, right? After the doll became physically violent, Donna got in touch with an Episcopal priest named Father Hegan, who got in touch with his superior, Father Cook. Father Cook reached out to paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens explained that God wouldn't let the spirit of a child possess a doll and that it was more likely a demon that they invited into the doll. At the recommendation of the Warrens, Father Cook performed an exorcism of the home and blessed the residents of the apartment. Donna no longer felt comfortable with the doll and asked the Warrens to take it. On the way home, with Annabelle buckled in the back seat, the Warrens kept having trouble with their brakes, causing near accidents. They pulled over, and Ed splashed the doll with holy water, and the car worked fine afterwards. When arriving home, the Warrens locked Annabelle in Ed's office that was in a detached building. The Warrens claimed that Annabelle would float around and would even end up in the house on its own. The Warrens locked up Annabelle in a wood and glass case with the Lord's Prayer and St. Michael's Prayer etched in it. The Warrens would display Annabelle in their occult museum. Ed would say a binding prayer over the case from time to time, all the way up to his death in 2006. Even though this kept Annabelle locked away, it didn't stop her from still causing harm to those who come to visit the doll. One such occasion, a priest visiting the Warrens Museum mocked the doll despite the warnings from Ed. On his way home, the priest was in a near fatal car accident that totaled his car. Just before the accident, the priest saw Annabelle in the back seat. Another occasion, a young man and his girlfriend were tapping on the glass, mocking the doll. After leaving the museum, the couple lost control of their motorcycle and ran headfirst into a tree. The boy lost his life, and the girl barely survived. She claimed that they were both laughing about the doll just before the accident. So, after the death of the young man, the Warrens hid Annabelle away. In 2019, the Warrens Museum closed, and shortly after, Lorraine passed away. After that, it ended up with Zach Bagan of Ghost Adventures in his haunted museum. Tony Spera got it from him, and he is Ed and Lorraine's son-in-law, and he still has it to this day, as far as I know. So I want to hear what you think. Is Annabelle really possessed by a demon, or is it just some elaborate story made up to become a big-time cash cow? Tell me what you think in your comments, and until next week, stay spooky.